Whenever on the topic of the greatest superhero video games of all time, I always see the usual suspects thrown in, like Spider-Man for the PlayStation 2. Of course, the Batman Arkham games are great, but I never see anybody talking about the Guardians of the Galaxy video game. So I decided I'm a fan of the Guardians. I'll go to bat for this game because it's actually underrated, and I want to talk about why. It is a sweatbox in this helmet. Oh my gosh, it's very hot. Wow. So yeah, it's a little shocking that nobody talks about 2021's Guardians of the Galaxy, developed by Eidos Montreal. And I just think it's kind of funny that it went so under the radar. It's actually a very good game. And whenever the Guardians game is mentioned, there's really only two responses. The first response being that, oh, the Guardians of the Galaxy game. That clicks in their brain with 2019's Marvel's The Avengers.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Which was made by Crystal Dynamics, an entirely different studio. But they see keyword Marvel, and for some reason everyone just assumed that they made that game, so it's going to be just as bad. So why bother? When that wasn't the case at all. So half the people were just brain dead and didn't bother to do any research, and then the other half of people that didn't play it, their response were, oh, there's a Guardians of the Galaxy game? So it was either promoted poorly, or people just didn't understand what kind of game it was, and didn't understand that more than one studio can make a Marvel superhero game, and two, it just went under the radar somehow. It has not gotten the flowers it deserves, in my opinion, and nobody's going to bat for this game. And I love the Guardians so much. I was immediately captivated when those first trailers hit back in 2020. And I got the game on release, and I want to gush about it. And if it puts you on too, then great. More the merrier, because this game is awesome, and it deserves to have some light shed on it. So here we go. The Guardians really got the short end of the stick on this one, I'll be honest, which sucks because they're some of my favorite ragtag superhero groups of all time. So yeah, the game came out in 2021 to okay reception. I liked it, and I think the majority of people liked it. It didn't, sell through the roof, but it had its audience, for sure. But for the Guardians of the Galaxy, who were obviously, definitely by this point, household names, even for the basic ground-level MCU fans, you'd think that people would just be talking about this product way more. And that's not to say it didn't get any attention. I mean, it's definitely got a dedicated following, myself included, which is just why I wanted to make this video and highlight some of the positives about this game. Why does nobody talk about it? Just to clarify, I will not be diving into the story, just doing like an overview, hey, I love this game type of spiel. So yeah, no worries about any spoilers. If you want to watch this whole video and still want to play the game after, then you do not have to worry about spoilers whatsoever. So it's a Guardians of the Galaxy video game, right? But it's a single player game. You play as Starlord, aka Peter Quill, as you partake in a variation of crazy missions and jobs as the ragtag group known as the Guardians of the Galaxy. And I know a complaint could be coming in hot, like, oh, you don't play as all the Guardians? I want to play as Drax, I want to play as Rocket. And although that could be a setback to some, I think that's where the game really strives and hits its peaks, when it is a single player story game. Like, it nails all of the story beats. It's not putting any unnecessary effort into some live service jumbo when we have millions of other games that are like that and have failed. If you want more crap like that, people would complain, and no matter what they get, they would just complain. Like Gotham Knights. You get your Bat Family online live service co-op, and then you still don't like it. So I'm sure it would be no different here. So I'm very happy that you just play as Starlord, but that's not all. More points to spend during combat, you'll be able to level up each of your Guardians' abilities as you progress through the game. So as you go, you'll get more and more abilities that you can mix and match and perform different combos mid-fight. It's really cool. You can get pretty stylish on your enemies. There's a ton to experiment with. It's really awesome, and I think the combat is actually very smooth. And during combat, when you build up your meter over time and you hit that full meter max, you can do your ultimate ability, but in this game it's not quite like others. In this one, you hold up your Walkman. And you huddle your team together like a coach, trying to rally your team based on word prompts that show up. And you have to kind of mix and match the mood that they're feeling to get them hyped up for the upcoming battle. And although it doesn't really play like a big part in the outcome, it's just fun hearing different dialogue and banter as you try and hype your team up and then soar into battle under the fury of licensed rock and roll music. It's awesome. Which is another thing, the music. The music is amazing. It totally feels like you're playing just a James Gunn movie in video game form. And if you love those Guardians, you're going to love this game because it definitely feels like you're playing these characters written straight by James Gunn and crew. The music's amazing. The soundtrack feels like neatly handpicked specifically for the moment, and I just love the selection of songs that they have. It definitely feels like this would be on an actual Guardians soundtrack. It just fits so well, and I can definitely imagine the Guardians kicking some ass to some of these songs. It's great. And I'm not going into story specifics as I said, but I will say that during the start, like maybe the first 5 hours, I'd say, depending on how fast you go, the story is kind of loose, I'd say. Only because you don't really know what you're doing, but in a way it feels messy. And that's not to say that's a negative either, because the Guardians aren't supposed to be these tight-knit, organized group of mercs. They're messy, and that's why we love them. They're ragtag, they're unorganized, they're chaotic, but they get it done, and they always come through and bond as a family at the end. So I think that's why I love them and gravitate towards them so much, because they're just so crazy, and I think that works for them. So yeah, the story's messy, you don't really have a story, but then everything kind of falls into place as you go, feeling like an actual true adventure that the Guardians would go on. So it's awesome, it's really cool. So yeah, I'm definitely happy with what we got here, and it scares me because with the reception it got, I'm afraid we may never get a game like this again. A hidden gem such as this, gracing our very palms, I don't think we'll ever get to experience anything like this again, because we were just so naive and didn't seize the moment back in 2021. Where were we? Where were you? I digress. For all I know, it could have a cult following, and I hope it does. And if it doesn't, I hope it eventually does. And I will be there to support it all of the way. Not to say the game is perfect. Some of the enemies can be very repetitive, and the amount of times I have to hear the word flark, I think I want to have an aneurysm.
Fix the flarkin' thing. Flarkin' Scott stain. Flark! Flark! Flark that! Flark! Flarkin' scat! Stop flarking around! Flarkin' monk! Flark! Oh, flark! You flarkin' piece of flark! Flark! Flarkin' son of a...
Because that was like the only word I heard the entire game. It's like you hear that word 10 times and you're over it, and then you hear it a million more times and it's just like, all right, what are we doing here? So aside from some very cringy dialogue and some repetitive enemies, this game is awesome. The combat rocks, aesthetically pleasing to look at. You're mercs in space, like you're having fun. It's not just some rehash live service garbage. It's a well-driven narrative, piece of art here. Cast of characters we all know and love throughout this universe, and I couldn't ask for a better game. I think what we got was such a hidden gem, and I am so grateful for what we got. So I wanted to come up and I wanted to come to bat for this game today because I don't really see anybody talking about it. So I wanted to talk about it because this game's cool. That's really all I wanted to say. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys want to see more videos, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. If you have any recommendations for any video game you'd like to see next, drop a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you guys. It's Beez. Peace out.